All right, quick look at NVIDIA. So on the monthly chart, you can see we've had a lot of very small bodied candles. We just haven't had a really big, nice body candle like this in a long time. We did push up here, we came back down, we pushed higher. So if you're looking at this month's candle, of course, we're only a weekend, but it's very much within the same candle of last month and the month before. We've been talking about it in the Discord. The 145 to 150 range is really difficult. We struggled for multiple days last time to get through it. And then when we did push higher, we didn't stay for very long. So this is going to be the goal, right? To get up here and clear it and then get a new all-time high. But for now, be patient. If you are in the swings and the leaps that we've been talking about, I hope you bought time, because that's really what's going to help your contracts to hold. You want contracts that have plenty of time on them to get to where we're going. So I'm looking for that 45.50 area to break. I'm not going to be surprised, like I told you guys last week, when it pushes us lower. Don't panic, because it's a tough area to get through. So we're going to get some pullbacks on the way up. Looking at the weekly chart, we look like we're in a bull flag right now. So I'm just watching to see if this ends up being a descending channel, or is it just a bull flag? So we came down, we tapped it a few times, and then we pushed higher this week. So I like that we pushed higher and we tested this again. I'd like to see next week us obviously push right out of the bull flag, get some more momentum and bust right through the 150 area, but we just have to kind of see where we go from here. We definitely could come on down a little bit lower, and I will be buying the dip as we dip on down. All right, now I have been watching this for the last probably a couple weeks now, just paying attention, because it does look like we're building our right shoulder on the Head and Shoulders, right? Which is bearish, definitely bearish, but we have a trend line that we've been holding for a really long time right through here. This is since August. It's on the daily chart. And so I'm watching this area right down here about that 135. So remember last week when I told you don't be surprised if we get a pullback? So this is kind of why. This area, if you look right here, that 150 to 145 is where all that chop is. And it just kept pushing us down every time we would push up there to test it, right? So that's kind of what we're watching for. We're going to see if it gets pushed back to that 134 area. If it does, I'm going to add more contracts to my positions. I will probably start new positions further out. If we do push down. If we push down lower, again, as long as you're buying time and you're buying leaps, you don't have to worry. You can average down so that when it does push, we're going to get in on that beautiful push and have our contracts and our position set. So you don't need to be heavy into anything. This is what the other Heather refers to as just nibbling into your position, just grabbing contracts on the pullbacks so that when it pushes, you're already in. Okay, so this is kind of what we're looking at. Possibly going to head down first, and then I'm going to watch to see how we respond about that 135 to 130 area. How do we react? Do we push off of it? Do we reject it? Do we break lower?